So going way back to the When You Trap a Tiger episode, I said I was a big fan of Calvin and Hobbes. If you hadn't already guessed by the artwork, this book is heavily based on that comic strip, and I just happened to see it browsing through the library shelves. So let's get into it. This is Your Next Book with Mr. Mulvey, and we'll be looking at Calvin by Martine Leavitt. So in this book, our narrator Calvin is a 17-year-old who recently started seeing a tiger, Hobbes, appear and talk to him in his daily life. After an episode at school, Calvin is diagnosed with schizophrenia. Unable to correct things himself, he decides that he needs to make a pilgrimage to Bill Watterson's house, the creator of Calvin and Hobbes. Have him write one more comic where Calvin is grown up and doing okay without Hobbes. Written as a long-form letter to Bill, as he's called throughout, for brevity's sake, this book moves along quickly. The lack of quotation mark adds some haziness to what is actually happening and what is in Calvin's head. There's tons of references to the original comic strip, which I couldn't get enough of, and there's even some romance as well. It's impossible to say how this book would hold up to a non-Calvin and Hobbes fan, but it's still a good story at its heart and written well. You can pick it up at the VHS library or read it on Sora. Also, come down to the library if you want to read the original Calvin and Hobbes comics. Happy reading!